welcome to the regular board meeting of the Vallecitos Water District at 5:02, darn it. This September 3rd, 2025. Director Kirschbaum, would you like to lead us in the pledge?
I will.
Thanks.
Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. Apologize. I blame that on the Padres. They took longer to get fewer runs. I know, swept by somebody.
Yep.
Before we begin, I would like to announce that members of the public may watch this meeting live via computer or smart device by going to the district's website and clicking the white Watch Live icon. Directors, please indicate your attendance now. We are all here and still missing Director Boyd Hodgins. Hope she's doing well. Do we have any additions to the agenda?
No, sir.
May I have a motion to adopt the agenda for the regular board meeting September 3, 2025?
Move to approve.
Have a motion
Second.
and a second. Please vote. Motion passes 4-0. Thank you. Public comment. Do we have any public speakers?
No, sir.
None? Okay, consent items. Let's see, I gotta find my agenda here. May I have a motion to approve the consent calendar as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Move and a second. Please vote. Consent calendar passes. Thank you so much. Action items. Where is my agenda? Action item 2.1, request to approve resolution in support of the nomination of Carol Lee Gonzalez-Brady of Rancho, California Water District as a candidate for the position of ACWA Vice President. Any public speakers?
No, sir.
Any question, or do you have any presentation, or just as is?
It's pretty much as is. The board has a choice. This comes up as the election season for ACWA is coming up, and the board could obviously choose and to recommend choose a separate candidate or choose not to vote for either candidate. So it's really a board discussion item at the pleasure of the board.
Any discussion?
No?
So I just reviewed the bio that she submitted, and she seems like a good candidate. She reached out to us, which shows some initiative and that she wants the position. It's a volunteer position, so I would move that we support her nomination.
We have a motion by Director Kirschbaum. Any other discussion or a second?
Yeah, I'd just like to say I've known Carol Lee for about 20 years, and I wouldn't hesitate to recommend her, support her. So I'll second the motion.
We have a first by Director Kirschbaum and an endorsement, and that's a good endorsement from Director Elitharp. As a second, please vote. Motion passes. You can let Carol Lee know. Item 2.2, boy, this is fast. 2.2, request to approve resolution in support of another nomination of Scott MALONI, OLIVENHAIN Municipal Water District, as a candidate for ACWA Region 10 Board of Directors. Any other discussion or endorsements or a motion? I don't know either one.
So I do know Scott. I met Scott because we were running for election at the same time, and we had very similar campaigns in that he was knocking on doors every day. He managed to reach every single household in his district, which was smaller than mine. I couldn't say that I did that, but it was smaller than mine. So, he's very engaged in the community. He's very in touch with his constituents, and he's a great candidate. So I would support his nomination as well.
Okay. So as a motion?
Sorry. I move that we support his nomination.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
Seconded by Director Hernandez. Please vote. Motion passes. Any other action items?
No, sir.
All right. Do we have a report?
Yes. Just a quick one today. So, emergency repair on Atterbury and Questhaven, which is just east of San Loyal Hills. It basically started on 8/23. Once the repair is finished on that, we'll give an update to the board, especially if it goes over the general manager's threshold for authority. The repair that we talked about a couple weeks ago, I believe, on Rancho Santa Fe Road for sewer. That repair has been done, and that'll be coming later to the board again if it's reached that $50,000 threshold. 9/18, this is an important date, is the employee luncheon. This is where we give the employee the gift from the board. It's a luncheon that all board members are welcome and encouraged to attend. And afterwards, we have a presentation of gifts and service awards to employees. So that is 9/18. Couple
12
other.
12 to 2, about?
Yeah, well, 11:30 to 1:30-ish, 2 o'clock at the most. So, couple items, Finance Committee, 9/16 is scheduled. We are still working on scheduling an Engineering Committee. At this point, the public workshop for the 218 is most likely not going to be held. We'll still wait until probably Monday to see. We were hoping to get a dozen or more interested applicants from our customers to hold that workshop. Currently, we've gotten 0. But that being said, we're still going to encourage any and all people to come to the board workshop if there are, which is going to be on 10/1. However, if there are interested parties, if we get a few, we'll meet with them individually as we promised. That concludes my report.
Thank you for that and those dates. Is it District Legal Counsel? Looking good in that green jacket, by the way.
Yeah, I'm nice and hot. I just had a small report. The 2025 urban water management plans will be due in 2026, so it's kind of the kickoff period here. Urban water management plans are required to be prepared by urban water agencies. It's anybody that serves over 3,000 acre feet of water annually. Obviously, we fall into that category. I know James and his staff have probably already started working. Agencies do these every 5 years. They're required to be done. So this is the 2025 plan is due July 1 of 2026. So that makes a lot of sense. And that's all I have to report today.
Wow, that was quick. Thank you. San Diego County Water Authority, have you made a meeting yet?
I did. Luckily I was able to get sworn in and attend the first meeting in one day. So that was nice that they worked with me. I didn't have to do 2 trips. So, I was thinking about how to do these reports because, there's obviously a lot of information at these board meetings. There's Director Ellithorpe, there's 5, committees in the morning. And I'm on 2, but I was there for all of them. And then the afternoon is the general meeting, which starts at 2. So there's a lot of information, but what I did and what I'll continue to do if it's okay with the rest of the board is just kind of pick out the things that stood out to me as really important to our district, and then everything else is on record. So I did want to talk about, and this is from the engineering committee, the board considered proposals to replace 6 bifurcation structures and 2 vent structures on the northern part of the first aqueduct, delivering treated water, which were built in the 1940s, so they really need to be done. The reason I wanted to bring this up is because the cost estimate, the Water Authority cost estimate for all of these was between 2.8 and 3.5 million. And then there was only 2 bids that came in, and they were for 4.5 and 5.8 million. So there's a big difference there. What the person from the engineering department said was that there was a little bit of a disconnect with the cost estimate because they weren't accounting for the mobilization and demobilization of all these different locations. So that accounted for a little bit of the difference. But apparently this is a problem that has been coming up with the Water Authority for a while. I don't know how long, but it seemed like there's already been discussions about why we're getting these bids that are so high. Long story short, the board did approve the bid for 4.5 million. And there was some discussion offline about, I just kind of wanted to know why it's so much more expensive. And some reasons I was given was the PLA, which is a project labor agreement, prevents us from hiring private contractors. The County Water Authority has really complicated projects, so a lot of contractors that are busy don't necessarily want to deal with these types of projects. So lots of building going on, so everybody's busy. So anyway, that's something that I just wanted to keep an eye on because it's just costing ratepayers a lot of money for all of, just a large difference in cost. We got it, and then the next thing that I wanted to talk about, we had a presentation, which was the annual aqueduct operating plan. We have a lot more water stored than we really need for our customers. So there was discussion about possibly taking Twin Oaks Valley Water Treatment Plant offline to save money. So there's going to be a presentation at the next board meeting at the end of September about possibly doing that. And there was discussion back and forth where there was some support for it because it would save money. And then when we got to the next presentation about the Colorado River, the history of the river and going forward, then it was like, oh, well, let's not take it offline. Let's keep everything that we have. So moving into that, we did have a presentation on the history of the Colorado River. So right now, the law of the river is gonna expire at the end of this year. So there's negotiations on how to go forward. And the general time frame for this is that the framework of the Basin States Consensus Alternative is due by November. There was an expected release of the draft EIR in December. Early 2026 is the public comment period, and the deadline for the final state's proposal is February 2026. So if the proposal is not negotiated by the basin states in time, then the Bureau of Reclamation will come in and make a unilateral decision, which comes with a host of problems. So, we hope that they can come to an agreement. And a couple of things I found interesting. So what the current negotiations include a discussion of what's called a natural flow alternative, instead of using what was historically used as 7.5 million acre feet for the upper basins and 7.5 million acre feet for the lower basins. What they're talking about is using this natural flow, which isn't even really natural flow. It's just what have the states used historically over the last 20 years, and then they want to use that as kind of a starting point. So that was the river update. And legislative updates, the Delta conveyance right now has large opposition, and the support from the governor used to be really strong, but now is muted because the focus right now is on advocating for Prop 50, which will be on the ballot in November. Then the last thing was the low income water assistance plan. Apparently has bipartisan support, and there seemed to be some general enthusiasm from the board about this. And I think that was the bill that we had issues with, and we asked for modifications, and I don't know yet if there have been amendments to this bill or if it's going forward. So I asked General Manager Gumpel to look into that for the next meeting. So anyway, is that. Any questions?
No, thank you for that comprehensive report.
Yes.
It was wonderful.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Encina wastewater. I know you were
I
there.
missed the meeting, so you're gonna have to take that one.
Okay, I'll take that one, and I'm trying to think, I didn't write it down. I know we're reviewing as a wastewater district, the benefits and wages and how they compare with others in the area. So there's a meeting going on, just kind of an ad hoc, determining if they're, in line with everybody else in the area. So that's ongoing. I'm trying to think, what else was there that was discussed? That pertains.
Contract award for the south building with the EA,
Oh, right, yeah, the coding.
the codes.
Yeah, so some smaller contracts ongoing, there was nothing staggering, I don't think. I think it was $250 over 3 years or something like that.
Yep.
And with that, standing committees, I don't think any have met, no? Directors' reports on meeting, conferences, seminars attended, any? Yes, sir.
I attended both the CSDA and the urban water. The CSDA, the item that caught my mind, and they suggested I ask about cybersecurity. Do we have a separate contractor involved in reviewing our security system?
Yeah, we can answer that question, Rick. I could stumble through it because I know enough because I've heard you, but I'll let your expertise take it. We'll get it wrong.
Good evening, directors. We have multiple contracts. We actually use a service that is provided by the state in addition to a few other services where they are monitoring all of our security and ensuring that there's no strange traffic patterns coming in or leaving. And there are escalation protocols for all of those things if there were to be some kind of an incident. So we're utilizing free service, which is nice. It's saving the ratepayer some money there. And we're augmenting with a few very, I would say, it's a very low-cost solution for what we're getting. And so, yes, the answer is yes, we are monitoring everything.
Perfect, all right. And then the other one from the urban water, we were told that after, let's see, I've been on the board since 2010, and on my first conference I went to, they were talking, I actually went on a tour of the Sites Reservoir, and while we were out there, met a farmer who was concerned that he's grazing cattle on this area, and well, we heard at this conference that they're going to start building that in 2026, and by 2032 it will be finished and I can't recall the cost, but it was multi-million dollars. And
I think it's a B.
yeah, maybe that's it, multi-billion dollars. But I was trying to ask somebody how much water we're going to have in that. Any idea?
I don't recall. There's been different estimates in the environmental reports, and I don't know about if all the litigations have even started or stopped, but they've changed the size of the dam, which makes a significant difference in the reservoir storage, because there's different upper habitats that you're trying to preserve. So I could not recall, and I don't even know if they know what the final volumes would be. I think there's a range, but I don't know. So if one of the other board members know, that'd be great. So.
It's definitely on its way, so.
I won't hold my breath.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that initial funding was Prop 1 in 2014. That's how long it takes to get these projects going.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anything else? Any other comments? Any other items to bring before the board?
Nope.
If not, we have no further business. This meeting is adjourned.